salt and pepper, fish and chips, ham and cheese or cheese and pickle if that is your vibe, peanut butter and jelly. Yes, I am one of those and you should totally try it because it is so great. Bacon and egg, or if you're like me, chocolate and chocolate. See, some things just go together. It's not that on their own they don't stand, but together they're just better. See, I like chips and I like fish, and on their own they're great, but together they are banging. Some things just accompany each other. However, it's not actually essential for it to be there. See, I can eat ham on its own, it's just better with cheese. And I can eat chocolate on its own, it's just, better with more chocolate. Don't judge me, okay? But although these things are optional and just nice additions, some things are not. Sometimes things that go together need to stay together because we'll miss out on the full understanding of what it means. Okay, so I realised that recently when I read Proverbs, and Proverbs 2 verses 1 to 5 is titled The Moral Benefits of Wisdom. And the first few verses begin talking about how you understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God. And what really stood out to me was how the instructions were actually paired. So I'm just going to read the verses to you. It says, "My son, if you receive my words and treasure my commands within you, so that you incline your ear to wisdom and apply your heart to understanding. Yes, indeed, if you cry out for discernment and lift your voice for understanding, if you seek her as silver and search for her as hidden treasures, then you'll understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God." See, each one is a pair, and each of those pairs requires us to actually do something. See, it doesn't just say receive the word, we have to treasure it. And the word treasure means to keep carefully a valuable item. It says don't just incline your ear to wisdom, you have to apply your heart to understanding. And seek and search sound pretty similar, but the definitions explain why they're different. The word seek is attempt to find something. It's a desire to obtain or achieve. And the word search is try to find something by looking carefully and thoroughly. See, one is an attempt and the other one is actual action. And that's the theme that runs through these few verses with desire and an action. And it says here, if we do these things, we will understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God. So why is it important to understand the fear of the Lord? Well, in Proverbs 1 verse 7 it says the fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. And it's also described as the fountain of life in chapter 11 verse 27. And it is really important for us to have a healthy fear of God. And I can't go into depth right now about why, but hopefully those few verses will give you a bit of an idea, because it is the beginning of knowledge and a fountain of life. And the second part of that is to find the knowledge of God. And Paul writes beautifully in Philippians 3 where he says, "Whatever were gains to me, I now consider loss for the sake of Christ. I consider everything a loss because of the surpassing worth of knowing Christ my Lord, whose for sake I have lost all things." And he was talking about obviously having that knowledge of God. So why is it important to have that level of knowledge of God? Because one reason, it's so much easier to rely on someone when you know them. Take a child, for example. If you say to your child, we're going out for dinner, we're going to this really fancy restaurant, the food's great, there's stuff for kids and it's really, really great. Obviously, pre-lockdown, can't do that now, but the kids don't sit there and wonder and worry about how they're going to get there, or about if mum and dad have got enough money to cover the bill, or if they've got petrol in the car, or if there's even a booking at that restaurant on that particular night. They don't worry about those kind of things because they know that the person who said it is a person that they know, that they trust and they rely on. And they've just said, we're going out for dinner, so we're going out for dinner. And this is the same person that provides them breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks and everything else in between. without fail every single day. So it's easy for them to trust them with the bigger things. And that's the benefit of the promise here. And that's the benefit of understanding the knowledge of God. But in order to understand the fear of the Lord and find the knowledge of God, we need to follow what the word says. And there might be something that we've forgotten about. And it could be that we need to begin to treasure the word, not just hear it or receive it. And maybe we need to not just incline to listen to wisdom, but actually apply it. Or it could be something completely different that God's been speaking to you about recently, but there's an and involved. It's not just let me hear it, let me see it, let me actually apply it, let me do it, let me actually take action today. So whatever it is, whatever you feel like God's been speaking to you about recently, my encouragement is do not forget the and. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you all have a fantastic week, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.